Hi is back on the Chem channel, a place where unspoken feelings find their voice and hidden loves slowly unfold through small, often overlooked moments. Today, we won't be talking about grand confessions, nor will we be talking about overtly romantic words. We'll be delving into something much deeper, Jungkook's silent love for Taehyung. In a world full of cameras, where every move is analyzed, Jungkook chooses the simplest approach. He doesn't say much. He never stands up and says he loves Taehyung. But if you pay attention, Jungkook is always there. Boys. Jungkook's love isn't about shouting, but about presence. About the way his eyes instinctively seek Taehyung in a room full of people. About the way his shoulders slump slightly whenever Taehyung is near, as if the world feels safer when the distance between them is narrowed. There's something different in Jungkook's gaze when he looks at Taehyung. It's not the usual gaze shared between members of a group. There's tenderness there. There's longing. There's admiration that's never hidden, even if it's never expressed. Often, when Taehyung laughed, Jungkook didn't join in. Instead, he stared. He stared as if he were capturing the moment in his heart, as if afraid that if he blinked, that small happiness would disappear. And when Taehyung was tired, Jungkook became quieter than usual. He would stay close to him, whether sitting next to him, standing nearby, or simply making sure he was within reach. He didn't need to ask. He didn't need to explain. His presence was already the answer. There were many moments where Jungkook subconsciously protected Taehyung. His hand reflexively reached out when Taehyung nearly tripped. His body moved forward slightly when the crowd got too thick. These small movements were so natural, almost instinctive. Silent love is often the most honest, because it's unfeigned. And Jungkook never seemed to be trying to show anything. It all just flowed naturally, like a habit that had become ingrained in him. Taehyung himself seemed aware of it. The way he leaned into Jungkook. The way he sought Jungkook's hand when they sat close together. The way he smiled slightly every time their eyes met. This wasn't a one-way street. It's a silent yet harmonious dance of feelings. There are moments when Jungkook looks jealous, though he tries to hide it. His gaze changes when Taehyung gets too close to someone else. Not angry, not annoyed, just a little colder, a little quieter. But Jungkook never pulls Taehyung away. He doesn't claim. He doesn't demand. He just waits, as if trusting that Taehyung's place will always be right back by his side. In many interviews, Jungkook often struggles to explain his feelings. He's not the type to string words together, but his feelings always spill out through his actions. And most of those actions, for some reason, are always directed at Taehyung. There's a comfortable silence between them, a silence that isn't awkward, a silence that can only be shared by two people who understand each other without needing to speak. When Taehyung feels insecure, Jungkook is the first to encourage him, even if it's just with a look or a small nod. When Taehyung shines on stage, Jungkook is the most loyal member of the audience. In a fast-paced world where everything changes in a matter of seconds, there's something that feels constant when it comes to Jungkook and Taehyung. Something unaffected by time, trends, or public opinion. Something that grows slowly but takes deep root. Jungkook never seems to rush into Taehyung. He doesn't chase after him with large strides. He chooses to walk beside him, matching his rhythm, matching his breath, as if he's more afraid of losing a small moment of togetherness than losing the chance to have him. Sometimes, Jungkook seems to hold back. He wants to get closer but chooses to hold back. He wants to reach out, but waits for the right moment. There's a cautiousness in his every move, as if he prioritizes Taehyung's comfort over his own desires. And that's precisely where its beauty lies. Unselfish love. Undemanding love. A love that's willing to wait, even when there are no guarantees. There are moments when Taehyung looks vulnerable, even when he's smiling broadly for the camera. And Jungkook somehow always knows. His gaze turns softer. His movements slower. His voice lowers. It's as if he's speaking directly to Taehyung's heart, not his ears. Jungkook may not always be physically by Taehyung's side, but his attention is never far away. Even when they're apart, Jungkook's eyes often find him. It's as if Taehyung is the center of his world. There are also the small, almost imperceptible moments. Jungkook adjusts Taehyung's clothes. Jungkook smooths his hair. Jungkook makes sure Taehyung isn't left behind. Simple things that only someone does when they truly care. As time passes, those small moments increasingly feel like an undeniable pattern. Not coincidence, not mere habit, but a choice repeated day after day, without the need for complicated reasons. Jungkook always returns to Taehyung, even after a tiring day, even after a busy schedule, even when the world feels too noisy. It's as if Taehyung's presence is his home. And perhaps, without realizing it, Taehyung has also made Jungkook his home. The place where he feels safe. A place where he feels enough. Jungkook's love never asks to be seen. It doesn't ask for validation. It doesn't ask for recognition. It simply exists. And perhaps that's what makes it feel so real. Because the deepest love often doesn't seek the spotlight. It grows in silence. It endures in patience. Taekook isn't a fairy tale filled with grand drama. It's a story about everyday life. About togetherness. About comfort. About two souls walking side by side, sometimes too close, sometimes a little far apart, but always on the same path. If we strip away all the theories, all the speculation, all the editing, all that's left are two people who seem to care deeply for each other. And sometimes that's more than enough. Maybe Jungkook will never stand up and say, "I love you, Taehyung." But every time he chose to sit next to Taehyung, every time he made sure Taehyung was okay, every time he looked at Taehyung as if the world had stopped spinning, he had actually said it all. Love doesn't always require words. Sometimes, love just requires the courage to stay. And Jungkook always stayed. This was Jungkook's silent love for Taehyung. Simple, silent, yet so real. And perhaps, precisely because of that, Taekook felt eternal. Purple Heart.